everybody? It's Sonia, Sandra, and Angie
Hey.
here, back for another episode of the Horror Flick Chicks podcast. And we are here still recapping each episode of season 5 of Only Murders in the Building, and we're on episode 9 today. This episode, so we're getting to the end.
Yeah, close to
This
the end. Yep.
episode is called Lester, and
Lester, like the computer
Lester
Lester,
like
not
the
the real
robot.
Lester.
Lester like the robot.
Like
So
the robot. Yeah.
we are in the heat of it now. We got
Yeah.
some new info this episode, and we're reaching the end now. So
This is a crazy episode.
at the last episode we saw the video recording of Randall um holding the murder weapon,
Oh, finding it
the
in the
elevator
courtyard.
crank.
Yeah.
He found it, and that was in the video, and the team is convinced, okay, Randall did it and they have to find him. So this beginning of this episode we saw them going after Randall, and Randall
They confronted
him, and he ran away from them. um they couldn't chase
None of
him
them ran after him.
for for different reasons,
He
but
said, hola and adios. What was it? Hola y adios.
I just like that Oliver said, my feet still have blisters from those Linda Lavin boots.
yeah, yeah.
They couldn't run.
So they couldn't catch him. They're later on in the episode they do get a notice kind of from him, a post, and it
Yeah,
says
Mabel sees like I guess it's supposed to be like an
it's on
Instagram post,
social
social
media
media
somewhere. He
post of him.
posted that he was in Cuba. It looked
Yes,
like he was
and
on a beach and he was in Cuba. It totally looked fake to me. So
it doesn't
Yeah.
yes, it
didn't even
definitely
look
looks
real.
fake.
AI.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, there's something up. I said maybe he did, maybe he actually did do it, and he's just hiding out
But
somewhere.
Although now that you're
kind of
saying that, I wish I put that in my background.
you
Oh,
should put the picture
the
of
picture
Randall. Yes, Randall's picture.
with
But
Randall. Oh, that would have been.
they kind of blew it off as like, oh well, he's in Cuba, and there's no extradition. Like,
Extradition,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
we can't get him back or to like confess to what happened. So, oh well,
So
and
the
they kind of give up.
investigation's
Like all
over.
of them, they kind of give up. It seems like it's the last day at the Arconia for everybody.
Yeah, there's a
As we,
countdown.
yeah, as we
Lester is giving the countdown as to when everybody has to get out.
Yeah, as we've been seeing, we know Camilla bought the majority stake in Arconia because she wants to build this big casino or whatever. So it seems like today's episode was showing kind of like the last day of them,
Yep.
kind of getting packing their last minute things and like maybe saying goodbye to their friends there, their neighbors and whatever.
Yeah, they were
They're kind of
reminiscing.
giving up. The guys, the trio is kind of like, well, our thing is only murders in the building, and we don't have the building anymore, so we're not doing this anymore. And they're trying to figure out what they're gonna do.
Yeah, and Oliver is setting up kind of like a farewell, calling it the Last Supper, where
Yeah,
he's the centerpiece, the Jesus of
always.
the center table. And then I just love the way his laugh is.
I like when he was. He always.
And then poor Charlie is like, no, I can't come. I gotta go to a baseball game because he doesn't. We find out later he doesn't really want to say goodbye, but it seems like Oliver is taking a little offense. He's like, don't you want to say goodbye to your friends? And he's
Like
like,
your real friends that've been around, yeah.
so he's like, well, the kickoff for the baseball game is at 7 p.m. And
The
the
kickoff.
the best part is when Oliver's like, well, you see, you don't even know anything about baseball because a kickoff is when the Rockets get together. Oh my God. It's so funny. They are so funny. But
It's so funny.
I
so
know.
I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say this in every episode of this podcast. I hope the show never ends
I
because it's so
know.
funny and clever.
I
I
know.
know.
It's
Like
so
I love it.
clever.
I love it.
It's so
Anyway,
clever. It's so New
yeah.
York.
Yes,
It's
It's gonna
and
be
it's so New York. Yes, I feel like besides us understanding it because of the because it's so clever and witty and stuff, the fact that it's like part of New York City, and obviously we're
They always make
born
some
and
kind of
raised in New York City.
reference to New York in each
Yeah.
episode. This week, I noticed that they mentioned the blizzard of '96. I absolutely
Yes,
remember that,
Yes.
and
yes,
I was
I
like,
loved
"Oh
that.
my
I
God!"
was like, oh my God. So
Yes.
old school New Yorkers know
I
the
we
blizzard
remember
of
that.
96.
We remember that.
You still have to go to school.
Yep. But we weren't
We
we
weren't in
weren't
school.
me and Sonia were in college.
I was still in high school. I
You
had
were
to,
still in high school. We weren't.
yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway,
Hey,
let's get away from
listen,
this.
at least I
Let's
was
get
in
away
high
from
school.
this.
Okay, what if I was like, I was just born?
No, you weren't. We have
Exactly.
proof that you
Well,
weren't.
that's
Anyway, old school New Yorkers know the blizzard of 96.
Yep.
So
Yes,
yeah,
we
so
do.
it's fun. It was fun to see all the characters in the building, in the lobby, kind of reminiscing and
And
with
then
all their
and
stuff.
Mabel was like there, like she was with Oliver and Charles in the apartment. She's like, I just want to go to my apartment, finish packing, get a case of White Claw, and get fucked up. And she was like, and then she goes down to the lobby, and Teddy was there. Teddy was in season 1 and 2,
Oh my
played
God.
by Nathan Lane. And there's like he had like a bottle of wine, and he's packing up his stuff too.
It's
It's
Nathan Lane,
Nathan
right?
Lane.
Nathan Lane,
Yeah.
yeah. And she's like, yeah, pour it for me and stuff. And they're sitting there like going over stuff. Howard is there because he feels betrayed by Howard, the robot. So he's sitting there drinking with them too.
By the way, I didn't
Lester.
understand the reference to the toilet wine. I thought he just meant like
He was in jail.
I
That
know,
was
but
that's
I
what they
And
do
they
didn't
in
put
I
a
prison.
didn't
toilet wine in
understand
jail.
I didn't understand the reference because I thought like does he just mean that it's
And
not
he's
shitty
bougie.
wine?
And he's bougie. Toilet wine is jail wine.
I didn't know that.
I
Okay, so
never been to jail,
all
but
right.
I know that. You're bougie.
We watch
Anyway.
too
That's
much
the Queens
TV.
in me. I'm
I
sorry.
know
I'm
we watch
sorry.
too much TV and too many movies. I
Yeah,
never been to jail.
exactly.
I
I'm
know.
like, what do y'all know?
I know what toilet
Nothing.
wine is. I know what they meant. I know exactly what they meant.
I didn't know. I didn't understand. Anyway,
Continue. I'm sorry.
I also
so
like when he
he's
kept
back.
saying, I also like when he kept saying, when I was in the clink, everything was when I
Yeah,
was
I
in the
was in the
clink.
clink.
Like, why are you talking
It's
like
a
that?
dark
Did you say
world.
clink when you were in there? Because I don't think they'll like that stuff in there.
They threw him a going away party.
He was like,
He
yeah,
probably did say that. They still threw him a going away
where it
party.
was the Last Supper, and Oliver was like, what?
And somebody
But
washed his feet.
the best part was
Yeah.
when he comes back and he's like, so what's going on? What's new? And Oliver's like, well, I'm remarried, and he's like,
And
oh, is
he's
she
like,
cute?
oh, is she cute too? Like, it's terrible. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, they're so they're in the lobby and kind of feeling kind of down and catching
Yeah,
up because
they're
Teddy
all
hasn't
like
been there in a
down,
while,
yeah.
right? So they were catching up and things. And I also thought it was funny, because Howard was there moping around, with the robot. He was kind of the in charge of the first robot that was there, and he would
I got thrown out the window
yeah, got thrown out the
or the
window. I
balcony,
was gonna
whatever.
find that out too. I need to find out who did that, but
Mhm.
I'm not sure because I'm not sure who did that. I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
If we have a suspect for that really, but I mean it could be the same person who murdered Lester because that the robot records,
Yeah.
so it could be the same person. So we don't know, but I like Howard was all like kind of down because the robot didn't listen to him anymore, and he used to be able to like unlock the robot with his
Right. He used to be able to
His
talk to
eyes.
it
retinal
and tell
scan and stuff.
him,
He's
yeah.
And
like,
it didn't
babe,
and it
what's
didn't work. And
wrong?
they said someone else is in charge now, and it's not
Camilla.
him. And he was, huh?
Camilla's in charge
Yeah,
now.
yeah. But at first they
Her
said
like her
he's the robot
company
said
or whatever.
someone's in charge. Else is in
Yeah.
charge. And then I like that he was saying he was all like down about it and pissed off at the robot, and Teddy is sitting next to him, and he goes, "Are you fucking that thing?"
Yeah.
I know.
I was
The
dying
vulgarness,
laughing.
I love it. Also, can I just say the vulgarness of this show is absolutely excellent. I love how the detective, every time she's on the screen, is cursing up a storm.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
And I also have to say that yes,
super New York.
I agree with
that's
you.
true.
And I also have to say that I love it that they don't overdo it. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
no, it's
it's
not.
very like the whole the like I would say 80-85% of the episode is very like just funny and clever,
Yeah,
you know? But then they throw a little 10-15% of the vulgarities and the
yeah,
cursing and kind of things like that.
Yeah.
They don't do it throughout the whole episode because I think that kind of be boring
No,
and
you can't because
it would like yeah,
it
and
would look
especially with
fake.
the
It wouldn't
it's
look
not like
real.
it's you know Steve Martin and Martin Short the two of the main characters are older, so that you don't need all that stuff to like kind of make it funny, like
Yeah.
yeah,
that dirty
Yeah, yeah,
vulgar
that dirty
humor. Like you
humor.
just have to be funny, and they're funny, and I feel like Selena Gomez meshes so well with them. She's like a I feel like she's like us, like she's an old soul,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, she is.
Like
Absolutely.
for
You have
sure.
to be to get along with these guys,
It's so,
right?
like they're
Like,
such a great
You also have to be
company,
with a name
all
like
three.
Mabel.
Huh?
I know.
Well,
You also
and
have
her
to be
name
with
is
a name like
Mabel.
Mabel.
Yeah, that's a good point too. That's a good point too.
That's
But
something you have.
it's just an awesome combo. I just wanted to say
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, they sprinkle it's appropriately sprinkled around
Yeah,
the
I do think
vulgarities.
so. I mean, honestly, like I said, it's kind of like a New York thing
But
to
like
throw
you
in
said, it's a New
word
York
every
thing. Yeah,
once
yeah,
in a
yeah.
while.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
a New York thing to sort of be like that. But anyway, yeah, that was hilarious. And then at some point his son comes back also, and his son
Yeah.
is like,
Teddy Jr.
his yeah, Teddy Jr. Comes back and he's like
Deaf.
signing to his dad. He's like, who is that? Like referring to the robot. And his dad is like, oh, that's his ex.
X.
That's his
Yeah,
ex.
that's
Yes.
right.
That's Howard's ex.
X.
That's Howard's ex. Yes.
You know what's also thing I thought was funny? They were in a lot of different parts of the building this episode. Like they were in the lobby, they were in the apartments, in the hallways outside,
The
and
casino.
the casino, whatever. But specifically, like outside the lobby, in the apartments, like Lester the robot was there because they were having conversations. Like you could see at one point, Charles and Oliver were having a conversation, and Lester was in the other room. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lester was in the other room. Like, why is he in the room with them?
He's probably listening and watching
No, I
everything.
get it, but I'm just saying it's like you. First of all, if he's not really supposed to be there for a particular reason, you would know he's there, right? So why are you talking about?
I don't
Even though
know.
it's
They
sensitive
probably
information, I'm just saying it
they
was
might
strange that
not
he's
be
there
yeah,
recording like every single thing that people are talking about.
they might not be thinking about that. So we
Yeah,
remember
They're
in
not used to having him around, remember?
right a
So
few episodes back we saw that the original Lester was thrown off like the roof or the balcony or something. So the Lester that they have now is a replacement. But apparently he has all like the videos and
yeah.
memories of the original Lester because they programmed it into him. Um, so let's get into the meat of this episode, right? So,
by the way, whoever threw out that Lester should have known that this is like a robot and he probably can.
well,
I don't
right.
think that the
I
person
It's
thought
not a
that
human
through.
being.
I agree to a certain extent, but I also think,
That means it's someone old school who doesn't know how technology works.
well,
Mhm.
what I was gonna say is I
Solved.
agree to a certain extent, but I also think that the major if which is what I think is somebody that has to do with the building or works in the building or whatever, these are older people that are not like really with or savvy with the current technology, and they're not thinking like that. They're just
Yeah.
like, this thing is spying on us and watching us, and we gotta get rid of it because it's gonna show something that we don't want it to show. Boom, and they push them out. That's all that's as far as they're thinking.
Yeah.
That's as far as they're thinking. So let's get into the meat of this thing, right? So earlier in the episode, they confront Randall. They say, we saw you on the video picking up the elevator crank from the in the you know
The yard.
in
No, the
no, not
the,
the yard.
the courtyard.
The
No.
court, like the courtyard,
Yeah.
right? We saw it on the video. They try and confront him, he runs away, and they don't run after him, whatever. After a while, Mabel sees him posting something on social media that he's in Cuba. Him kind of dressed like he's on a beach with a background with a the ocean and whatever palm trees or whatever. So they from that point, it seems like they give up. It's gonna be the last day that they're in Laconia, and they're like they gotta finish packing to like start moving because that's all they got. Mabel's been drinking like crazy.
Yeah.
She's in the lobby with Teddy Sr. and Teddy Jr. comes in, whatever, but she's sitting with Teddy Sr. and Howard. She's drinking wine or whatever, and then all of a sudden out from another room comes Detective Williams. And she's basically telling her like you can't like give up. Like me and you are the same. We need to find out what's going on. Like we have to figure things out because we can't just leave things how they are.
Right.
In another segment, we see them in the casino. Lester the robot gets a warning that somebody in the casino. Nobody's supposed to be in the casino. Warning, warning in the casino. They're yelling from up there. Shut the fuck up, pretty much.
Yeah.
They're drinking there, they're talking. Mabel notices a footprint or half a footprint.
Flip flop.
Yeah, in the casino, and Detective Williams says, no, that's a flip flop, or like a half, like the front of a flip flop, which is facing coming into the casino. So that means that if that's the case, then whatever made that footprint was coming from against the wall, which the footprint was at, kind of a wall. So Mabel pokes around, and there's like a plaque thing, and she pokes around it, and she sees that it's like a window or a door.
Yeah.
And they go in there, and it's like another room. They find some white paint marks that they found on Nikki, the body. They also find another pair of stairs, which Detective Williams goes up, and she finds that it leads into the dry cleaners where they found Nikki's body. Now, in the beginning of the episode, they go into the dry cleaners, and Nikki's kid, the boys, are there with their nona, with their grandma, who's in a wheelchair. And they have this whole thing with them, whatever. It seems something that's just put in for like comedy filler.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really pay attention to it in the
Yeah.
beginning, I have to say. But they do go back towards the end of the episode talking about this like skid mark that was in front of Charles's fridge where they were holding that finger in the Stanley
Mm-hmm.
Cup. And they thought that was belonged to whoever came and stole the cup. Um so now I'm trying to go back. They thought at first it was there might have been somebody. I can't say who it is right now. I'm trying to remember who it was.
Oh God.
Oh, in the very, very beginning?
Well, at the end when they were trying to determine where that skid mark came from.
Oh, yeah. Well, they were trying to figure out.
I don't
No.
remember who the first person, if they had a first person, but
I
they
think they
did.
were talking about somebody that they thought that might have been.
I don't remember them. Did they? I
Well,
know.
Oh, Lester.
Yes.
No,
yes.
Howard. Well, Howard.
No,
Howard.
no, no. Randall said that it was Lester's. the robot Lester, because
Right.
he'd been
That's what
cleaning up
Oh,
his
right,
smudge
right, right,
marks
right.
for a
And
while.
Howard was like, "Nah, it
that's what I'm
wasn't
think
my
that's what I'm
boo."
thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So
So
yes,
it wasn't Howard's boo.
Randall said that that was Lester because he cleans up his little marks on the floor in the lobby all day.
Yeah,
She's
that's
like, yeah,
all he
that's his
does.
mark.
Yeah, that's what he
But
said.
Howard said, no, it's not. I know that mark anyway. When I was taking care of my mother and she had like a rascal scooter thing,
Yeah.
those are the marks she used to leave. That's a mark from like a wheelchair scooter or a rascal scooter or whatever.
Jazzy
A
Scooter.
jazzy scooter.
Yeah.
So once towards the end, when Detective Williams and Mabel found that secret room and that staircase that went up that led into the dry cleaner, they were kind of putting it together and like
Who
so
uses a Jazzy Scooter?
so in the beginning, towards the beginning of the episode when they went into the dry cleaner and Nikki's boys were in there with their Nona, she was in a scooter.
Yeah.
So they all confronted her. Mabel,
Menanja.
By the
Charles,
way, yeah. No, I'm gonna say by
Mabel,
the way,
Charles, Oliver, Howard, Lester, they were all in there.
by
And
the
they were like,
way,
"No, no,
when
hold on a
Then
second."
go ahead, Sonia.
when they said when Howard was saying yes, that scuff mark is from a Jazzy scooter. I know it. It's somebody that had a scooter. I was sitting there and I didn't even think about that.
I know. I'm like,
I
who
well
has a
that's
scooter? Who
I
has
said I was
a
like,
scooter?
me
who would
either.
be the one with a scooter?
Yeah.
I couldn't think about it at that second.
They really took me by surprise because
Well,
even
that's why.
though we had seen her in the beginning, when they had all gone to her the home, and she was there and she's cursing up a storm and she's like not being super welcoming or whatever. I didn't notice that the Nona was in a scooter.
Well, that's why I said in the
Oh,
beginning when they first went to the dry cleaner and Nikki and Sophia's boys were there, whatever, and they were in the Nona. Like I didn't really pay much attention to it because it was like, oh,
Yeah.
the boys are being dumb like they always are in these episodes, and I didn't think about, oh, this is my Nona. And they just introduced her, but I didn't look at her as anything else
But
but just
Nona,
like she's there.
yeah,
You
like
know what I
a mean
mean?
old lady that's just like
So
there.
we should also say once Detective Williams and Mabel find the secret room, Mabel notices this like a painting that was like a painting that was like laid up on the wall, and she picked it up and she said this is the background of um m-
oh, a paint Cuba from the painting
the background of Randall's post that he
post
put
in
on
yeah social
media.
media post.
So
Yeah.
he's not in
The
Cuba. That
building.
means he's in the building. And while all the tenants were like in the lobby, they were kind of doing a bunch of things. A bunch of them were doing a bunch of things. A DoorDash person came and said, "This apartment, I think it was
Yeah.
6E,
6E 6.
ordered food." And Lester the robot was like, "There's nobody in 6C."
Yeah.
It's
Well,
vacant.
no,
Yeah.
why would the apartment with nobody in it be ordering food? And Lester again said, Randall is there. He ordered the food. So they go up there and confront him,
He knows
and they see
everything.
that he's there. So they bring him down to the lobby, and they start talking to him like, "Why are you hiding? What are you trying to hide? Like whatever."
And you did it.
Right? And he's like, "No, I didn't do it." So Lester, we'll go Lester part two. He
Yeah.
said that I have the video surveillance of the first Lester.
Yeah.
It was uploaded to me once he was like, demolished. So I have the thing, the kind of the evidence. So he put it on like a screen on the wall, and it showed a human Lester and Randall in like the basement or the lobby of the Arconia. Lester had the bloody elevator
Elevator
crank.
thing. Yeah.
And he basically told Randall, don't tell anybody anything. I'm trying to save the Arconia. I don't want it to be stolen by these people. This is our place, and I'm trying to help everybody that lives here.
Yeah.
So, Randall has been hiding something, but he's been hiding something to protect Lester.
Yeah.
So, towards the end of the episode, there's a few things going on. It looks like human Lester was the one that possibly killed Nikki.
Yep.
And also, that's the bad side, right? And on the good side, it seems that he did it because he was trying to save
The
the
building.
building
Oh,
and
maintenance.
the tenants because he loved everyone and he loved the building and he loved where he worked and he didn't want them to get taken advantage of,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, right now it's putting Randall off the suspect list.
Yeah. Yeah.
And which I haven't done from the beginning, is putting Lester on it. Human Lester.
Hmm.
Yeah. In regards to Nikki's death, for
Yes.
sure.
Can I
Now,
just say that when they approached the Nona and they were like, "We know that you were in."
Well, this is this we should get to this at the end, right? This is another suspect now, obviously.
We know that you did this. That you were in the you must have been in the apartment. And then we see that it was her and the sons.
the grandsons. Yeah.
So everybody was there retrieving this finger, right?
Right.
The funniest part was in the end when they did approach her and she's like, she said something in Italian, like they translated into damn it. It was Manana
Damn it.
or something. And I could just hear, like, I don't know if this is also my age, but I could hear, damn it, I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for
If it
you
Yeah.
wasn't for you
pesky
pesky
kids.
kids and that
Yeah,
dog.
it was definitely a damn it, I got caught.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I'm thinking because the Nona was Nikki's mom, right?
Yes.
So it's very possible if Lester killed Nikki, then Nona killed Lester. It could be
Right. Revenge.
a revenge thing.
Wait, hold on. Repeat that.
If Lester killed Nikki,
Yeah.
then Nona killed Lester for revenge for killing her
Is
son.
Nona is Nikki's mom.
So
Yes.
that's very
Makes
possible.
sense.
That's very possible. We'll find out. I think next week is the last episode of
Oh,
the season.
I think so too.
So they're gonna wrap it all up.
Who kicked the
But
other Lester out though? The robot
oh,
Lester.
they haven't said
I
that.
don't
They
know.
I
haven't
think
said.
I think it might be the garbage guy.
me
Oh, really?
too.
Huh.
Me too. I do.
It has to be somebody who doesn't realize how technology works.
But
So yeah, that could be it.
I thought that the garbage guy could be it too. But it could have been the grandsons. If they
It
know
could have been too.
that the robot
That
was
the thing was
recording
recording
things,
and they could
then
have tried to get rid
they
of
probably chucked it out so that to
get rid of
protect
evidence.
Nona. Not the,
Yep.
and they're not older, but they're not that smart.
They're not
So they
smart.
could have dumped it out, thinking,
Yep.
"Oh, okay, whatever evidence, whatever video
Yes,
on there is
that's true.
done."
That's
So
true.
it's possible that was them.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. So
They're
I
trying to
mean,
protect their Nona now and they're
yeah.
Yeah.
whatever, but
And she
So
said, damn it.
I think next a week is gonna be the last episode. We're at the
Nanda.
Yeah,
end,
I think so too.
and I can't wait to see how they wrap it up. As of now, I don't think that they've mentioned season 6, so I don't know what's gonna happen with this series.
Yeah.
Guys,
But
there is a
hopefully,
lot to be done in the next episode though. Like, could you imagine? Like they literally have to save the Arconia.
I
They have to
know.
save our show.
Well,
They
I
have to
feel
save our building.
well, I feel like
I'm just telling a sign.
the last season, the last episode of the last season, they packed in a lot, so they're probably gonna do the same thing in this one.
Yeah.
And we'll just wait and see how that goes. But guys, thanks for checking out our podcast this week. We'll be back next week with the finale. And until then, make sure you're following us here on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you follow us on our socials, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok. And we'll see you next week with the recap of episode 10. Can't
Meow,
wait
meow,
to find out what's going
All right.
on. Until then, it's Sandra, Sonia, Angie saying peace, love, and horror. Bye.
meow.
Bye, guys.
That's the end.